Hello, welcome, dear friends. In I have been, honest to goodness, truthfully saying, I have never felt so lonely in my life. I have really been an extroverted, social butterfly. I have friends. I do, but just recently, it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks, been just feeling downright lonely and sad. And no amount of shopping, chocolates, wine is actually shrugging off that feeling. But I'm slowly getting my bojo back, and I want to share with all you good people, good friends out there, anyone who's watching. If you're feeling lonely, you're feeling the blues, you're not alone. You are not alone. And here's how I'm dealing with it. Okay, so here are some seriously, this is what I'm doing to get out of loneliness. Number one, ask for help. And I'm saying ask for help not just from human beings, which are very, very important, like your family members, your colleagues, your friends, but ask for help from your angels. This is not a tree hugging, wishy washy. This stuff works for real. Okay, so close your eyes, ask for help from your angels, from your spirit guides. I call my spirit guide Winston. This is a story, but it's real. I do have a spirit guide, and each time I'm feeling at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, I ask for help. I'm like, I can't take this anymore. Like, seriously, I can't handle it anymore. I'm feeling like shh. So please help. And it's I get a dream. I get a dream. I got a vision. This is I'm really sharing with you. Okay, it's unfiltered. You don't believe in it. It's okay. It's up to you. You have every right to not believe in it. But I was feeling so pits of the crying and sadness, and I said I really need help. And so I made the video about loneliness, and I really worked with one crystal that is selenite. Right. So I really looked at selenite. I worked with cherry quartz, and I got a dream. Now I dreamt of guess who? Keanu Reeves. So um and it was this image of that was just Keanu Reeves was there, and he was just this loving, wonderful, gracious person, as you all know Keanu Reeves is. And he just extended his hand out. I said, I know you and I would like your autograph. And he just sat there talking to me as a friend. And I remember waking up and feeling this amazing sense of connection that I made with this wonderful, beautiful human being, which, I mean, I was just waking up feeling that emotions, of being so connected with someone who actually hand out his hand to hold you my hand, and I felt like I was so not alone. And so my spirit guide, Winston, and thank you, Winston, for your guidance, often comes to me in my dreams when I'm feeling real pits of the low, and he would guide me, hold my hand, hold my shoulders, and just be there. And I feel like there's this tangible, energetic connection. So I wish the same for you, and I'm certain that all of us have our own angel guides and spirits. And so first and foremost, getting out of loneliness is to say, I can't do this alone. Pray for help. Okay, this is one. Number two, mantras, mantras, mantras. Very important. Sometimes, we're just feeling this sense of low vibe energy, and it could be, it's just, again, where we can't do this alone. So it's like to surrender the ego that I got this, I can deal with this. No, I can't deal with this shit. I really need help. And so second one is mantra. And the mantra that I would very much, it came to me again as a dream, when I was feeling sad, confused, and scared, is I suddenly remembered the mantra of taking refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. The Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. This mantra that came to me in a dream that I chanted in my dream as I was feeling scared, lonely, afraid, lost, my spirit was to say Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. I take homage in the Buddha, the fully enlightened one. And now you say that 3 times. I would highly recommend that if you are open to Buddhism, to mantras, this is one mantra I really highly recommend to you. It's this one. Number 3 is what I realized about loneliness is that I had this great conversation with loneliness, and how it really showed to me was that I was damn in my comfort zone for way too long. Working from home, being in a global position, virtual everything, and seems super comfortable. I'm getting my job, I have all my needs met, I have my family, and yet I was feeling lonely because the cage that I put myself in this comfort zone of never having to go out and meet people, never having to get out of my comfort zone, and everything is at the convenience of just putting on my pajamas, putting on a nice top, and that's it. I'm like working, right? And not getting my butt out to go somewhere, do things, meet people, drive, having a bit of stress in life, it was all same old, same old. And so the very comfort that I had put myself in was actually a fucking cage. It was a prison for me. And so what I did was literally I really took walks out in the park. I took my dog Muffin out, and then hit her and I, we had walks, and it felt good. It felt good to be out in the nature, out connecting with Mother Nature, with the breeze, looking at the trees, looking at the sky, looking at the flowers, and just seriously, it's just like your world changes. The vibe of being in nature is just so much more powerful. And I've realized that I'm just spending way too much time on electronics. So that's the other advice I would give to you is that, immersing your time, looking at social media feeds, watching YouTube videos, some of which are good, but I would say, don't be a relentless kind of like absorber of information, hoping that you're going to feel some kind of emotion, right? Because it's just emotional and information total overload. And I don't even look at the news anymore. I forget about looking at the news. The news is all bad news, negative news, sensational news. It just no, I'm not even looking at news. I'm talking about like good videos, feeds. I stopped that now. So I stopped looking too much, and I choose the channels and the videos which I watch, and I try to limit that every day. And going out in nature. But yeah, and the other thing that totally came up and surfaced for me was that actually why I was feeling so damn lonely is also because I feel trapped in my ego. I feel trapped in my sense of how do you say, you know, self-worth, right? It's like, is this like feeling like there's a ceiling that I'm hitting, like, oh, whatever I'm doing, I'm not getting the results, and I'm feeling blocked, and that's also because I'm just not being kind to myself. I am being unrealistic about the expectations that I'm setting. I'm just like going for the results rather than looking at and examining deeper down. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing YouTube? Why do I want to start a channel in the first place? Like, what is the reason? And instead, I was too much wrapped up, focused on the act of doing and getting the results, like an instant gratification. It was the dopamine fix. It's like, oh yeah, I got another like, that's the dopamine fix, and it is a roller coaster ride that really your sense of self-worth is so tied to this result, and it's completely making me feel like choked up. And and sad. It's like, why are people watching and what am I doing wrong? And it's just now I just do it because I know that my purpose and my mission is to really to be of service to others, to be of service to humanity, whether you guys like what I say, whether it's of value to you, but I want to be of service to humanity and to focus on that goal that I want to touch 2.5 million people. I want to touch 2.5 million people. I want to make a difference in the lives of 2.5 million people. This is what loneliness, honestly, I am so grateful. Thank you so much, loneliness, because you helped me to realize what is the purpose of my life. And and that was a great conversation I had with you, loneliness. So thank you so much. You also helped me to think about, hey man, what am I want to be more authentic. I don't want to lie to myself anymore that everything is okay because it is not okay. That I have a problem here. And so I talked to my colleagues, I talked to them about it, and actually I talked to my boss too about it. And I said, look, this is how I feel. I feel really lonely. And yeah, I was just coming out raw with my emotions, right? Because I felt like I really had to let him understand how I feel. He's also a great manager. So he's a great person. So I have trust that he's going to listen to me. And he did. And it felt good. It felt good to be listened to. So and understood. So we have kind of like bridged that gap, that he could understand how I felt. And I also have, because of loneliness, I have a deeper appreciation and empathy for a lot of people out there like me, probably, or even feeling worse, feeling more lonely. And I know how that feels like. And now I know that, people are not going to openly tell you that, hey, I'm lonely and I'm sad and I'm depressed and I feel like shit, right? They won't, because it is so hard to tell people that, no, I don't feel okay. No, I'm feeling like shit. I'm feeling worthless. I'm feeling low. I don't feel like I'm making a difference, because the ego wants to protect your sense of self-identity. Your ego wants to say, no, everything's okay. How could you say that? So you got to put on a brave front. What if. So it's really hard for people. And so there is this kind of fragmentation. And when you're feeling lonely and depressed and sad and low, well, you're feeling first very withdrawn, very angry, very moody, grouchy, and you feel a sense of no taste for life. And I do understand that some people actually want to end their life. And I really highly, please don't give yourself 1 more month. Okay, give yourself 2 more months. Like, don't end it right there, right now. It's like, just there is light at the end of the tunnel. And it is hard like hell to face it up, but the first brutal thing you gotta do is to be honest with yourself. Before you're honest with other, you're honest with yourself that I feel like shit. Okay. And don't deny it. I think this is something that I really am grateful about loneliness, is the level of energy that I get now from it, is to say that I don't feel good. And it sucks. And I see that as a human being, looking for the dopamine fix, looking for the instant gratification, I'm desperately looking for fillers to make me feel good. Like food, like chocolate, like, you know, um, Facebook, like social media, like trying to find a quick fix, and it's not working. The deal is I got to face up with these tough emotions. So one thing that I've really done is to constantly note when I'm feeling like really low and lonely, is to note loneliness. And it's just, this is the Vipassana, you know, um, self-awareness technique, which is noting. Literally, you just singling out the one dominant emotion or physical sensation that's happening right now. And negative emotions, deep, dark emotions are really good topic for meditation because they are so dominant. So what I do is I just note lonely, 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 angry, 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 upset, 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 loss, 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 loss. And I'm just repeating it like a mantra because this is how I'm feeling right now. And trying, I know I want to get out of it. I know I don't feel comfortable with it, but I'm like, I know that I have to be also patient with myself, and that, pushing away loneliness is literally just to like submerge it, but it will just grow like cancer, right? So I gotta like be patient with it like a baby and say, okay, let's observe loneliness, let's observe anger, and just keep labeling it, noting it, and don't deny it. Don't deny it. Just see it. It's like, yeah, this is anger. Okay, anger, 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 anger. Okay, so um, don't deny it. Look at it. Observe it. Watch it. Keep repeating in your head. And if people are saying things that are triggering you, like people are not like sympathizing with you and they just keep on talking about their lives and that how busy they are and how much work they have and how blah 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 blah, and that you're feeling jealous, okay, and you're feeling upset, you're feeling more left out, it's not to react to them, but to come back to yourself in that time, that very moment. You say to yourself, jealous, 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 upset, 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 angry, 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 lonely, lonely, lonely. You don't react, but in your head, you're mentally labeling these emotions. Jealousy, 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 upset, upset, angry, 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 in your own native language, yes, but you just label these emotions and do not react to other people. Okay, just at this point in time, you just protect yourself. Don't, because everything you say is going to be really hyper negative because you are feeling hopelessly miserable inside. So yeah, it's not going to come out well. So just know that, okay, I'm not well and I'm not going to respond, and you just peace out, right? So yeah, and help them to understand it. Tell them, like, I feel low right now. I don't feel good. Like, I don't want to talk. Okay, and go into your cave, and that's okay. Be selfish. Get out of loneliness. Be selfish. Do something that you love to do. Like what I did, I just felt this need to drive out to the river, and I did, and I saw the amazing strawberry moon. Beautiful. I always wanted to do that, but I never did. I never gave myself the chance. I was always like, serving others, or I never put myself first. Actually, it's not true that I did. I was I was being selfish to myself for not thinking for myself. But that day, probably because I was feeling so low, I actually did myself a favor, got myself out, got to the river, drove the car, got out of my comfort zone, and had the best evening of my life. So that is truly it. Like, you have to be selfish. Think, be selfish. Love yourself. What I also see is that, you totally be patient with the universe. Be patient with the universe. Is that when you're feeling these low points in your life, sometimes, and I'm really confident that this is really a pivotal moment, a breaking point where things are going to get real damn good afterwards. I am so confident and so positive about this. But you got to maintain and you got to hold a fort, right? You got to be strong in terms of what the heck is my raison d'etre? Why am I alive? Why am I here in this life? What is my purpose? Who am I supposed to be? And am I being that person? Am I enjoying? Am I doing what I love? And it's like, give back yourself the energy by asking yourself, and no more excuses, no more comfort zone. Forget about protecting. Fear is the worst enemy ever. It just keeps you more locked in your comfort zone. So change it. Change it. Change. And jealousy is a big showstopper. When we see other people who are doing great, successful, and when you're lonely and you're feeling out, and depressed and sad and alone and no opportunities and stuff, it is normal to feel jealous. But then if you hung up in being jealous of other people, then seriously, you're not giving yourself a chance to grow, because when we see other people as, hey, if they can do it, so can I, right? There's something that they're doing right that I'm not doing. And then to stop
judging other people. And so I realized that there was huge amount of jealousy in me. I realized there was a lot of judgmental energy in me, you know, the ego, right? Judgmental about other people. And I felt like I had this comfort zone thing. Like I was totally in my comfort zone and it was really not serving me at all. So I got to see my ego because I had this frank, real conversation with loneliness. That I had this like, you know, the teacher syndrome. You know what it is? Like I know it all syndrome. I know it all ego. It's like, yeah, I could do it better and greater than anybody else, but I don't, right? So it's so humbling. But when I come face to face with that, I just know that, hey, Kate, you know, there's just so much you can do, so much you can grow, so much you can learn, and there's so many great people out there that you can connect with. And I am doing that every day, and I'm getting back the wind behind my wings. I'm finding back my mojo, and I really am truly doing this video because I want to say to all sentient beings out there that if you are, you know, truly feeling lonely, sad, do yourself a favor and ask for help. Follow these instructions, follow these tips and guidances if you wish. And if, you know, you need to reach out, talk to someone. If you want to reach out to me, talk to me, right? Drop me a message. I will do so. This is my promise. And with that, I sending you so much good vibes, so much good energy, and so much blessings. May you have a beautiful, wonderful, fulfilling life, happy life. And until next time we meet, namaste.